has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now Hall to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And it's taken in at the 9. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a...
The numbers for Mixon last week, 25 carries, 93 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They run for it with Mixon. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. He does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
On play action, Fields.
And he fends him off. They'll roll him out right.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Uses the stiff arm. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Joe Mixon with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
23 yards on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
On the ready? And cycle.
Here's Lance, sliding out of the pocket. Now he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Lance now on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Vikings! Calvin Ridley
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Again, it's Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Fields now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Back to throw. Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's Chris Olave. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Fields on first down. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now out comes Minnesota.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Buying time to his left.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Inside handoff to Mixon.
And he'll take this down to the 33. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Fields. Left side to Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CeeDee, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Got some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he will find his man, Samuel. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Fields. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Fields on 3rd down.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Mixon will go off tackle left. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
On the set.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stop. 17.
Shotgun now for Lance. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. To the air again, Fields. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Justin Fields.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
What's good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Right, 37. 52 plastic.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Open man is Juwan Jennings.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
He completes it to Ridley.
He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Room here to run.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? Every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
On 1st down, Lance.
Short throw to Disley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
The Lance going to throw. He dumps this one off here to Hall.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Lance looks to throw again.
He's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
To throw, it's Lance.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
23 yards on the play.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb from 3 yards out.
And the Cowboys are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken way up at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10.